Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. So, what did you think of this crossword?
Well, it was certainly a challenge for me, and took me much longer than it usually does on a Wednesday. And the theme just went right over my head. So I didn't really figure out the theme at all. I had to look it up on Wordplay to figure out what was actually going on there.
But you did eventually do so.
I did. Good. I did get it done, but it was tough. I thought it was tough for a Wednesday. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit on the crunchier side. The fact that it had a number of foreign languages involved and only one of them was French definitely did not help. But it was a good crossword and a good theme.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the theme?
Okay. Well, the whole thing revolved around the revealer clue, which was right in the middle of the puzzle, 34 across, climatic baseball event, or what the starts of the themed clues form. And the answer to that was World Series, which will be upon us very soon. But the theme was not at all about the World Series or any sports in general. It was about numbers, a series of numbers. And as aforementioned, those numbers were in foreign languages. And the interesting thing about it was the theme clues were all in English, and yet they included foreign language numbers. So the first one was 17 across, some basic guidelines, and then each of the theme clues had parentheses at the end of the clue with the language that was represented and also the number that was represented. So 17 across, some basic guidelines. The answer was do's and don'ts. And the little clue was two in Spanish. Well, of course, two in Spanish is dos. So do's, D-O-S, and dos are spelled exactly the same. So there was the two. Then we moved to 26 across, fluorescent gemstone, and that was four, Danish and Norwegian. And the answer there was fire opal. Apparently fire is the word for four in both of those languages, in Danish and Norwegian. I'm not sure how it is pronounced, but it is spelled F-I-R-E. Okay. Then we had 44 across, which was a chemist who co-discovered 26 down, which was fission, and the answer there was OTTOHAHN. The clue said 8 Italian, and of course Otto, O-T-T-O, is 8 in Italian. And then finally, 52 across, carpe diem, which is Latin for seize the day, and seize, S-E-I-Z-E, is the spelling for 16 in French. How is that pronounced? Says. Okay, so anyway, 16 in French. So we have a World Series, a series of numbers, 2, 4, 8, and 16, all written in different languages.
Right.
So that was the theme. Went right over my head. But I was able to finish it even without knowing exactly what I was doing with that theme. But very clever when you look back on it. It's like, oh, that was pretty clever.
Right.
But certainly made for a challenging Wednesday.
Yes. And it would be pretty petty to mention this, but actually, according to Jim Horn anyway, this is actually a geometric sequence. A series is where you add up the numbers. It's the sum of the sequence. But then you'd have to have the world sequence. Yeah. And that would make no sense at all. It might not even fit.
Well, a number series, I mean, can't that be any numbers? You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be, any kind of pattern of numbers.
I guess the mathematical definition of series is a sum of a sequence, but yeah, I mean, you can have a series of numbers. Sure. I think in ordinary, in common English, which is what this crossword is written in, it would work just fine.
Right.
Maybe it doesn't pass muster among mathematicians, but hey, they're not doing the crossword anyways.
Well, I wondered if the author was a scientist? Because it seemed like there were, quite a few science clues in here, like 24 across, molecule with a non-unique formula, isomer.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we had the OTTOHAHN, and 26 down, the atomic reaction co-discovered by OTTOHAHN, which
Right.
was fission. But then this wasn't a scientific term. It was kind of cuisine. 3 down, fusion. But I think fusion is also a scientific term, isn't
Absolutely.
it?
You have, you have fusion and fission.
So, there's a lot of science in here. So.
Well, just looking at the picture of Jesse Guzman, who did this crossword, I don't think he's out of high school yet.
Oh,
So
really?
I don't know if he's,
Well,
he might
maybe
be in middle school. It's a little hard to tell.
Maybe he's taking a lot of science, and so he's relying on that.
And has been inspired.
Yes.
That could be the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So.
There were some other good clues in this crossword, although I started off with one across, spots for cozy dates. I went for nooks, because I always think of nooks as being cozy. Not necessarily a good place for a date.
Yeah, I was going to say, that wouldn't be much of a date. Here, come to my nook,
I don't know.
We'll just sit here.
But just depends. But anyways, it was cafes.
It's funny, I had cafes. And then I took it out.
Oh.
But I had to put it back in.
Well, it was hard because of one down, natural remedy that's used to treat anxiety, CBD oil.
Yes.
As soon as I had the C and the B right next to each other, I started it's like, well, this is either going to be CB radio or nothing at all. But in fact, it was CBD oil.
Yep. So another kind of scientific clue was 36 down. Shape shifted. I put morphed.
Yes.
But it turned out to be mutated.
Yeah.
Which is a scientific term.
Sort of, yeah, I guess.
Mutate. I mean, genes.
Yeah, okay,
genes
that's
can
true.
Mutate, yeah.
That's true. We had 10 across. That was what A's and B's are good for, GPA.
Right.
And then I'm embarrassed to report 10 down, fans of a band, groupies. I first spelled that with 2 O's.
Oh.
And then got a grip. And it's just like, that's not how you spell groupies.
Right.
So. And then next to that, we had 23 down, gel, coalesce.
Yes.
I just
wanted it to be coagulate.
Really? Oh, okay. I like the word coalesce.
Coalesce
Sounds very gentle.
Yeah, it is a sophisticated word.
And it's got that nice soft coalesce at the end of it.
Right.
Act smart, 22 across was get cute. I was not ready for that.
So another science term, 15 down, part of a belt. That was asteroid.
Yes.
It wasn't a very scientific clue, but it certainly.
That was a great clue.
That was excellent.
I was like buckle, hole, clasp, and then I saw, it's asteroid.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
We had another scientific term, 25 down, David Bowie's astronaut persona. That's as sciencey as you can get.
I guess.
Major Tom.
That's pretty good if the author looks like he's still in high school and he knows Major Tom.
Well, probably in history class. History of ancient music. We have the cavemen hitting hammers over on logs, and then we have Major Tom.
David Bowie.
We had, let's see here, a 16 across I thought was interesting. Nickname that's an alternative to Cam. I'm like, Cam? And I thought Cameron. I thought, Ron.
Right.
So I'm glad to report I have a student named Cameron. I hope that isn't violating FERPA. I haven't given away a last name. I don't know the last name. And so that was sort of the inspiration for that.
Very good. Very good.
We had 33 across. That was great. Rarely visited places on Earth. And I'm like, library? But it was polls. P-O-L-E-S.
Yeah, that was a stumper for me too. There were quite a few of those. So.
And there was 33 down. Certain sports wager was prop bet.
Yes.
We just had a bet not too long ago, but I don't think it was called a prop bet.
No.
Like
I can't.
Open bet or
something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
32 down. I read a few people grumbling about this one. Expressions such as top of the morning, and it was an Irishism.
Yes.
They took exception to that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But
I'd never heard that word, Irishism, but I suppose it's kind of a made-up word.
I'm going to completely stay out of that controversy. Do
So,
not want to get involved.
I liked 43 down. You're quite right. Why, yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was good. And getting back to the chemist who co-discovered 26 down being fission, and this being 44 cross Otto-Hahn. I've never heard of Otto-Hahn.
Me either.
I mean, if you
But I
really...
don't know a lot about physics. I never took physics as a class. So
I just know Oppenheimer and Barbie. So, and at first I thought it was going to be Madame Curie.
oh,
In fact, we had Marie, or I guess it's Marie Curie, right?
right.
We actually did have Marie right above that
Yeah,
at 36 across, but that was the Breaking Bad sister-in-law,
Right.
who presumably also didn't discover radium.
I do not believe so.
48 across, food spread popular in England was Marmite, and I was thinking that was Australian. But I think
That's
that
Vegemite.
Vegemite.
Mhm.
Vegemite, Marmite.
Well, I was thinking it was Yarmite. But my daughter, the chef, said, no, it's Marmite.
As long as you didn't think it was termite. That would have been awful. Ooh,
For some reason, I thought it started with a Y, Yarmite, but no, Marmite.
But that would have meant 38 down. The language on the Horn of Africa would have been Suali,
Right.
as opposed to
Not
Somali.
Somali. So,
56 across, a little under half of humanity, males.
right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess we're a minority.
You are. Not by much, so, but yeah.
I thought sort of, in terms of sort of survival, you needed more males because they kept killing each other.
No, I don't think so.
Well, they do. Generally speaking, I think more violence involves males than females. But, and speaking of Australia, we had 39 down, young woman in Australia, Sheila.
Yeah, I thought that was
That
interesting.
was cute.
Mm-hmm.
I had visions of Crocodile Dundee as I was answering that.
Really?
Indeed. So this was a great crossword. Again, it was by Jesse Guzman, who's I'm sure going to be starting middle school sometime soon. He keeps getting younger every time I look at his
I
picture.
guess so.
Probably going to turn out to be like, 84 or something like that. Just good Photoshop filters.
I don't believe so. No, he does look quite young.
Right. But regardless, he's a great crossword creator.
That's true.
He has done Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So he's had 5 published, and I don't think he's doing them sequentially. He clearly isn't, but it's impressive that he's got the latter half of the week contiguously covered there. So.
Yeah, very good.
Nice job, Jesse. All right. Well, that is it for today.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. Remember, we always appreciate it when you leave us a 5-star review wherever you're listening to this podcast. Helps with our audience numbers, which keeps our advertisers happy. If we had any advertisers, they would be ecstatic.
What advertisers?
Today's episode brought to you by English, one of the best languages around for doing crosswords. All right. Well, we will be back again with our cutting edge analysis of Thursday's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.